afternoon, everybody. Hope you had a good break, but even more so, I hope that the morning part of the conference has been beneficial and interesting. It surely was for me. So right now, I have the pleasure to present to you the results of the report, which we have commissioned as ASECO. You know, the thing is that we have so many interactions with our clients, and we see some of them have this approach to digital transformation, which is like top-down. So they, some organizations even name chief transition or chief transformation officer, name the leader. The leader has a team. They define a strategy, divide it into steps, and then execute. But I also see some approach where this is more like bottom-up. Yeah? So basically, there is a leader who has open-minded and who see an opportunity that digitizing maybe even a simple part of his or her operations will bring some benefits, and they just do it without any big strategies, without any high-level directions, and so on. And we decided, as ASECO, to put some structure into this knowledge, because the interactions we have with clients are not that numerous. So we decided, okay, let's ask the clients what is their approach towards digital transformation. So hence we ran a survey, and the slide should switch to another one, and it does. Okay, and now so we have an analog problem or digital problem. Okay, just to talk to get you into the tune, what is this report about? So we have surveyed over 300 companies, so companies employing 100+ employees. This 316, to be precise, sample. This very well represents the entire market, according to some methodology which has been adapted. I'm sorry, this is. Okay, maybe now it works. The survey was conducted fairly recently, just from February through April this year. And what we wanted to do, to gather in-depth data regarding the approach to the use of basically three types or three tools in the digital transformation toolset. So electronic signature, the electronic documents management platform, and electronic identification. So around these three, we have more in-depth knowledge. The document is available in paper. No, it's not available in paper, of course. It's available paperless. You can download it from the conference website. And I will just present you some key findings of that report. Okay, so let's start with the general one. If we talk about the paperless ecosystem, so the ecosystem where the analog processes which require physical interaction between humans and using the paper as the medium for information are replaced by digital processes where documents are in the digital form, and they are confirmed via certificates. Then their validity is thus established and proven. So 68% of those surveyed companies responded that the digitalization of processes or digitization of documents is a must in the area they operate. Yes? So they don't see it as an option, they see it as a must to continue their development, to continue their growth. Now, what we see, the most common tool being used is electronic signature, the qualified electronic signature. So 3/4 of the companies surveyed declared that they are using qualified electronic signature. And then we have this big drop. Only 16% of the surveyed organizations indicated that they use more than just electronic signature, but they use the platform for electronic documents management. And then if we move further down this, let's call it advancement curve, only 3% are currently into electronic identification, which is actually, to me, this was a bit of a surprise. Of course, I expected that the use of electronic signature would be the highest, but then this sharp decline, that came as a bit of a surprise. And this is our key finding number one from the report, that there is a paperless gap. This is what we called it, the paperless gap, which means that we see that today in the majority of companies, yes, there is digitization, yes, there are digital documents, yes, the electronic signature is being used. However, there is a lack of cross-company or cross-departmental use of those electronic documents. So very isolated way of handling of deploying the digital solutions, which on one hand it maybe this is not good. However, this is a big opportunity for everybody. I mean, for the organizations to improve the way they operate internally, the way they interact with their clients, and for companies who are providers in this paperless ecosystems. This is a big opportunity to actually provide those solutions to the clients who need them. So the paperless gap. Now, if we look more into the way to visualize it. So as we said, 75% of the companies they are using electronic signature, and out of those companies, only 78% of the companies they don't have a platform for electronic documents management. Yes, so it means that they are, well, we can say they are missing an opportunity, or you can say they're having a big opportunity to advance and fully take full advantage of paperless and of digitizing the processes. And actually, this applies to internal intra-company relations, but also the relations with their clients, consumers, government entities, and other businesses. So this paperless gap, this is a big opportunity, and this is a challenge at the same time. Okay, so we also asked in the report many questions about the challenges. So what are the key issues or the key barriers on the path to becoming more digital, or as I mentioned in the morning, to get closer to the digital promised land. So and 61% of the companies said lack of experts, lack of specialists, lack of skilled people. This is again not a big surprise, because if you think about it, this is still fairly new domain. I mean, electronic signature and trust services have been around for many years. However, the wider deployment of them, this is really a matter of last few years, especially of the pandemia time, which I will mention in a moment. So there is a lack of specialists who are able to have the vision, to have the thorough, comprehensive look at the organization and see how to make the best use of the tools available. So what we see that also that 43% of the respondents consider that Polish legal system is not really helping to deploy the digital transformation solutions. This is a perception, so we can always discuss why the perception is there, but this is a perception which is important to see. So quite a large number. But to me, this even more important is the other number. That 41% of the respondents they actually don't understand what are the real benefits. So these are the people who are maybe questioning this hype around digital transformation. It's innovative, it sounds nice, it looks nice, but does it really bring any tangible benefits? Is it really helping in a very practical, measurable way to become more efficient? Apparently, they are not aware of that. Okay, now moving to the finding number 3, which this one is not a surprise whatsoever. So electronic signature, qualified electronic signature, has become de facto standard. Yes, so basically, we have 96% of companies, of surveyed companies, who use it. As we all know, there is qualified electronic signatures and other electronic signatures which are, let's say, roughly less trustworthy. So 41% of the companies use other ways of electronic, other forms or other formats of electronic signature in their operations. Of course, these two numbers they don't add up because there is an overlap, yes, between the two. And now the perception of using or deploying the electronic signature is positive, both about among the employees of the companies. So even if initially somebody is reluctant to change, as is often the case, still once they start using it and find out it makes life so much easier, faster, less complicated. So they are positive to be using that, and similar number, a little less. Towards the clients and the trade partners of the companies who have been using electronic signatures, they are also positive. Okay. What is also important that companies acknowledge there is a significant savings related to deployment of electronic signature. So companies who did it realized either cost savings or time savings, or usually both actually at the same time. So this is an answer to that 41% from the previous slide who are not so eager or not so convinced that the electronic signature brings some tangible benefits. Actually, the key finding proves that that's the case. And another one, this has already been said before, but I'm sure everybody in the room and everybody online won't be surprised about this. Surely the pandemic has accelerated the pace of adopting and implementing digital solutions a lot. I've heard some comments that like it made us move 7 years faster. So in 2 years we gathered the ground that normally without pandemics would take us 7 years to get across. Well, it's difficult to say or to have concrete number, and it's not that important. Important thing is that definitely the acceleration is huge. It was forced. Of course, none of us wanted the pandemic to happen, but as it happened and it forced us to adapt, those paperless solutions became really, really important, and in many cases they enabled companies and organizations to function. Yes, without them would have been a lot harder or a lot more dangerous from the health perspective. Okay, and now so we say that 1 in 5 implementations happened during the pandemic time, 1 in 5 of electronic signature, and companies that have been already using the electronic document management platforms, they expanded the use of it. So they were actually in a good position because they already had something. But we also know that there were companies who, during the pandemic, just made a leapfrog, and they started using those new platforms. And also in the survey, which was run just a couple months ago, 30% of respondents said that they plan to implement the electronic documents management platform still this year. So definitely they see the benefit. Okay, and the next finding, we see that this paperless approach, the digital transformation, it's slowly but steadily, it breaks through the silos which exist in practically any organization. So today we see mainly the use in the back office function, not only, but finance, legal, HR. They are using the electronic signature. A lot of them are using the electronic document management platform, and this is good. However, we also see the trend, and the pandemic has accelerated that trend, that the use of those tools is being deployed across at least 3 departments. So it really starts bringing the real benefit to those who are implementing that. Yes, so 63% of companies do it with electronic signature, 76% with the platform, and definitely this trend is increasing, is accelerating. Okay, and last but not least, this is, as you remember from the first slide, this was the lowest number of institutions and companies that are actually using electronic identification. So our finding is that it's here to some extent, or I would say to a small extent, and it's slowly gaining some ground. And basically, the way the report shows is this availability of electronic identification becomes really a prerequisite for the broader, for the wider, for more comprehensive use of digital transformation and paperless solutions. So this is the fact that today it's only beginning of electronic identification being available in the broader scale. That's again a big opportunity for the future. Today, as we know, like in Poland, mainly this is used for interactions with government entities, and really what we all would like, that this becomes a de facto standard and becomes and is being deployed for interactions among commercial companies and also among individuals. And so today in Poland, mainly or predominantly financial institutions are using this. If you look at the numbers here, so only 2% of the companies, of surveyed companies, they plan to implement it this year. 19% of companies are thinking about it in some future. However, 2/3 of the companies are really just looking at it and are not probably sure. I'm sure I would dare say that these are also the people who are saying, what are the benefits of deploying those digital transformation tools? Yes, because here they are not aware, they have not been taught, they have not been shown how implementing the whole suite of electronic or paperless solutions can make their organizations more efficient, their processes more faster, more agile, more rigid, and more secure at the same time. This is in a nutshell what the report is about. And again, those of you who are interested, I very much recommend that you download your copy or watch it online and draw your own conclusions. The key finding for us is this paperless gap exists, and I believe conferences like ours, this is about what should be done, that this paperless gap is actually closing. So thank you very much. This is all from my side. Hope you will find the report useful, and I wish you the good rest of the day and good tomorrow. Thank you very much.